Champs Management Group. They have a lot of fighters, and they were able to put this together with a lot of great sponsors, and it's a real good turnout for the first state, really kind of signifying to me that boxing is really up and coming in Delaware.
It's a beautiful facility here down in Wilmington, Delaware. Great boxing history, always you know, we'll see one of the new generation of Tiberius, but Dave Tiberi, of course, the former uncrowned middleweight champion of the world that a lot of people, you know, and his brother Nick, who's one of the prominent matchmakers, not only in Delaware, not only the East Coast, but in the country. He makes fights all over the place, and looks like Kelly Wright will be coming into the ring right now.
Yeah, Mark, and Kelly Wright, you know, again, here's a guy, veteran in the ring, not the best record, but I'm sure he's going to try to make a good showing. He's traveling a long distance as he gets ready for Dusty Hernandez Harrison, who's going to be making his debut. There's nothing wrong with having a little spunk and spirit, so to speak, to enter the ring.
This is a fellow out of California by the name of Repo Rick, who's a very well-known cut guy boxing man on the West Coast.
And flamboyant would be an understatement. And you know, you're just hoping that maybe Kelly Wright has brought that kind of energy this evening.
This is very interesting ring entrance by 4-10 Kelly Wright. It's almost like Wright's not even here.
Hey, I gotta be honest, I have no problem with the old school mix. I mean, that's fine. We can certainly go with the old school mix, and you know, he's kind of flashing the hat that they used to show in What's Happening back in the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chase Center. Champs at the Chase making history tonight. The first live professional boxing since 2005. One of the key catalysts in bringing professional boxing back to downtown Wilmington, Mayor Dennis Williams.
I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. I want to thank Ed Osborne for all his support, and Dave Tiberi, the Boxing Association. I want to welcome all of you. Let's enjoy the fight.
And here comes 18-year-old Dusty Harrison out of Washington, D.C. 11-0, 7 knockouts entering the ring. And we are just about to get things underway. Let's throw up the ring announcer, Larry Turnalby.
Wilmington, put your hands together. It's Champs Management, Champs at the Chase in Wilmington, Delaware. A new era in boxing from Champs Management. Matchmaker, Nick Tiberi. These bouts are observed, sanctioned by the Commonwealth Virginia Department of Professional and Occupation Regulation. Executive Director, Dave Holland. Program Administrator, Tracy Fagan. The ringside physician tonight, Dr. Eric Spencer. The judges, Brian Castillo, Dorothea Perry, and Vic D. Wysocki. And our referee for this first bout, Mark DiTilio. This first bout scheduled for 6 rounds in the welterweight division. Introducing to you first, coming out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with red trim, weighing in at 143 pounds. A veteran of 14 fights from St. Louis, Missouri, put our hands together for Kelly Wright. And And his opponent roaring out on the red corner with an undefeated professional record of 11-0, 7 of his wins by knockout. Tipping the Toledos at 149 pounds. Wearing white and black and fighting out of Washington, D.C., Dusty Hernandez Harrison. And the referee with the final instructions, Mark DiTilio.
All right, gentlemen, you received your instructions in the dressing room. I want a good, clean fight. This is good. This is a little high. All right? All right, listen to my commands. Touch up gloves. Come out banging.
First bout of the evening here at the Chase Center in Wilmington, Delaware. I'm Mark Arizona with Rich Quinones. And our first bout, we got Dusty Harrison in the white, Kelly Wright in the black. Harrison 11-0, 7 knockouts. Definitely a big prospect here, just 18 years old.
Yeah, absolutely, Mark. And, you know, in speaking with Dusty early on, he says, look, I got the backing, I got some fast hands, I got a lot of experience, I'm young and I'm hungry. And, you know, you look at Kelly Wright, he's 36 years old. You just wonder how his conditioning is going to do, because he does look a little soft, if you will. And we'll just see how this one plays out. But I'll tell you, Hernandez, you know, he's got that look of a fighter.
Wright took the fight on a couple days' notice. Really doesn't know much on Harrison. Although he did have 100 amateur fights, it was a Golden Glove champion way back in 1995. Harrison was just 1 at the time.
Yeah, and he took Devon Alexander the distance, and as you alluded to, 95 Golden Gloves. But again, you know, you look right away, Hernandez is trying to be the aggressor early on, Mark.
Dusty Harrison landing a right and a left to the top of the head. Harrison, a big draw down in the D.C. area.
Yeah, he's had 197 amateur fights, and again, he you know, interesting story. Talking to some of his management team, and they said he's got a real good Latin following where he comes from, and he's got that feistiness, he's got that temperament, and he looks like early on that he's all business.
He's coming off a first-round stoppage over Darryl Jones back on December 8th, and he's going to work on Kelly Wright as he lands an uppercut on the inside.
Yeah, and again, you can see it early on that Hernandez Harrison is going to be the aggressor right here, and he's got Kelly Wright, Mark, backtracking really quickly in this bout, and you can see he's got the reach and he's got some power in his. You always wonder how a guy who's taking a fight on short notice is going to react.
Well, Kelly Wright is here to win.
And he's traveled quite the distance too, and you wonder if that's always taking a toll. But again, these guys, they've been doing it long enough, but you just wonder, you know, different environment, how it's going to be.
Harrison landed a left to the top of the head. Wright's going to see if his craftiness and his southpaw stance will be able to take him through some rounds here.
And I think that's all you can do when you're a veteran. You're 36 years old, and you're twice the age of your opponent.
Left hook from Harrison. So far, Kelly Wright's taking these shots pretty good, but he's starting to get hit with some heavy lumber now, as they say.
Yeah, and there was definitely the reach right there by Dusty Hernandez Harrison.
We come to the end of round 1, scheduled for 6, here in Wilmington, Delaware.
Not a bad first round, little action there. And, you know, Mark, we certainly have to mention that, of course, tonight's broadcast, a great job by Dave and Nick Tiberia of Champs Management Group. Got a lot of local sponsors, a lot of big-time politicians, community leaders joining us this evening. A good crowd out tonight.
Crowd still filing here. We're very early in our program. Going to the corner of Kelly Wright. See if he can muster up anything new.
Now, you brought up a great point. He's a veteran in the ring, so you try to steal around against a young kid, against a young opponent who, you know, might be a little, I don't want to say temperamental, maybe a little too aggressive, and maybe Kelly Wright with that veteran experience thinks he might be able to catch him.
It's possible, but, you know, Harrison's a guy who's got to bring a lot of energy to the table here.
Yeah, and his management team,
who ironically lives in the same apartment complex as WBA super lightweight champion Lamont Peterson.
wonder what they talk about during the week.
Actually, that's the IBF junior welterweight champion Lamont Peterson.
It's always good to be surrounded by successful ones, and again, you kind of see it as I think he easily took round one, and you just wonder if Kelly Wright is going to try to get on the attack.
Good right to the body, and another one. He has Wright in the corner now. Does Dusty Harrison?
Spin around.
Yeah, and Wright was able to get himself off that corner there as Harrison with a barrage of punches.
Okay, now set it up. Let your hands go, Kelly.
Harrison touching to the body, looking for a right hand and right on cue, and that one staggered Kelly Wright.
Yeah, and he sent him out with that short jab.
Hard body combination. Dusty Harrison all over Kelly Wright. Straight right hand again drives Wright back.
Stick and go. Stick and go, Kelly.
Harrison jumps in with a right hand.
Yeah, and you kind of see Mark Harrison's looking to set him up. He's using that left, he's using that short jab, and then Kelly Wright's going to drop his guard. Just have a nice little combination there with that right. Harrison's got a lot of punching power.
Straight right hand flush on the chin of Kelly Wright.
Yeah, he tagged him.
Harrison, very patient, especially for an 18-year-old. You can tell he's had a lot of experience now. He's backing right up in the corner. Wright tries to throw a little right hand to get out of the corner, and a left hook to the body, left hook to the head combination from Dusty Hernandez Harrison.
Yeah, 18 years old, but close to 200 amateur fights. A lot of ring time.
Harrison sticking the jab out. Straight right hand again from Harrison. Hard 4-5 punch combination. Kelly Wright is, he's gotten hit with a whole bunch of solid punches, and he's standing up to him.
And that's a crafty move to try to tie him up.
Keep your hands up. Double jab and move. Don't stay with him. He want to brawl. You don't want to brawl with him.
End of round 2, scheduled for 6. Opening bout here at the Chase Center, Wilmington, Delaware. There's a hard shot. Rocks right again at the end of the round.
You like to see a young fighter finish off the round, Mark. And that's exactly what Dusty Hernandez Harrison did.
Yo, fans, this is Amy. Hello there, Amy. Many thanks to Amy from Mood Swings and for the City of Wilmington, Delaware Park and Casino, and Churchman's Road Shopping Center Incorporated, just some of our sponsors who are helping out tonight. Thank you very much.
An interesting, Mark. The fight doctor was checking Kelly Wright's eye a little bit. It is a little swollen, and I think that's the damage done by Harrison's right.
Harrison, as Rich noted, just landing the heavy artillery here through the first 2 rounds. Let's see now if he tries to step it up and maybe try to get this guy out of there.
Yeah, and I think he is. I definitely think he's setting him up again with those short jabs. He's setting him up for that right. And if anything, Wright's corner told him, hey, be wary of it.
Get out of there.
Good right hand across the face of Kelly Wright. Combination from Dusty Harrison.
Yeah, and through 2. I mean, we don't have official punching stats, but it's evident that the game plan for Dusty Hernandez Harrison was to just come out and attack and attack and attack.
Hard right hand again and a body shot. Another body shot.
Yeah, he did
right
that.
Across the top of the head, and down goes Kelly Wright.
Stay down and get the count. Stay down and get the count. Then come on. You don't come up right away.
Wright jumps up at the count of 1.
Yeah, Mark, you can hear his trainer in his corner yelling at him, take a breather, let it go to almost 8.
Steve Harrison now pushes back right against the ropes. Hard right hand. Harrison, big combination. Uppercut on the inside. Hard body shot. And a right. Dusty Harrison all over Kelly Wright.
Yeah, it's just a barrage of punches, and he connected with that right one too, Mark.
Anytime, ref. Anytime. Another right hand.
Yeah, he stammered. He stammered back.
And mercifully, the corner stops his bout.
And you have to do that. I mean, obviously, he took the fight on short notice. 36 years old, looked, very winded, long trip, and you got an 18-year-old that just came gangbusters and really showed that, you know what, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Dusty Hernandez Harrison goes to 12-0 now. Very impressive victory.
I think what I was impressed the most, and again, really through 3 rounds, Mark, is that he was able to really use that left to really set up the right.
And we'll get the official time. And we'll throw it up to ring announcer Larry Turnambi.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 1 minute, 39 seconds of the 3rd round. The winner by technical knockout and still undefeated, Dusty Hernandez Harrison. Tonight's fight's being broadcast live on GoFightLive.tv. I introduce to you the blow-by-blow commentator, Mark Abrams.
With the winner, Dusty Hernandez Harrison. For an 18-year-old, for a 30-year-old, you're very patient there.
Oh yeah, I've been 6 rounds before, and I know how it can get, so I wanted to stay patient.
You had him hurt from basically the first minute of the fight, and were you just trying to get some rounds in, or that's when he was going to go?
You never know when an opponent's going to go, so it's better to not waste your energy. So I just wanted to let the stoppage go.
12-0 now. What's next?
February 23rd, Atlantic City.
Well, we'll see you then. We'll see you on GFL that night as well. Congratulations, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, thank you.
Your winner, Dusty Harrison.
Yeah, and real impressive as Mark Abrams will make his way back down. Real impressive. They stopped this one in round 3. Again, Rich Quinones alongside Mark Abrams. Champs at the Chase Center on the riverfront in downtown Wilmington, Delaware. Boxing is back.
Thanks to the people who are
nice little win, if you will. Real impressive for Dusty Hernandez Harrison. Led with the left and then finally finished off right with that right. They stopped it in the 3rd. We got an interesting second bout coming up too with Melissa Little Miss Tyson St. Ville against Natasha the Nightmare Spence.